If your dog suddenly looked at you and said, "Hey, where'd you hide the treats?" your entire understanding of life would change. Not barked, not whined, actually spoke. You'd probably scream, then spend the next 10 hours asking it questions. Because out of millions of species on Earth, only one can do what we're doing right now: humans. Sure, whales sing. Birds have hundreds of calls. Dolphins even have signature whistles that work almost like names. But none of them write books, argue online, invent memes, or wonder why humans are the only species that talk. So what happened? Why did one weird, mostly hairless ape unlock language while every other animal stopped at simple communication? The answer changed the history of Earth. Here's the surprising part. Animals aren't silent. They're communicating all the time. Bees dance to tell each other where flowers are. Elephants send low rumbles through the ground. Dolphins recognize each other by unique whistles. Even your dog has different sounds for excitement, fear, and someone's at the door. Communication is everywhere. Language isn't, and that's the difference. Imagine you're a monkey and you spot a leopard. You scream. Every monkey runs, message delivered. But what if you wanted to say, "Don't go near the river tomorrow because that's where the leopard usually hides"? Or, "Let's meet behind the big tree after sunset." Or, "Remember that leopard from last week? I think it has babies now." Now you've got a problem. You're talking about the future, the past, and things that aren't even in front of you. That's where humans become different. Human language lets us share ideas that don't physically exist. Right now, I can talk about dinosaurs, black holes, or ancient Egypt. None of them are here, yet your brain instantly creates a picture. Think about how crazy that is. I'm placing ideas inside your head using nothing but sound waves. So how did humans pull this off? Most people think it's because we became smarter. That's only half the story. The real secret was teamwork. Imagine trying to hunt a mammoth alone. Good luck. Now imagine 20 humans working together. Some chase it, some wait with spears, others block its escape. Suddenly the impossible becomes possible, but only if everyone understands the plan. The better our ancestors became at sharing information, the better they survived. Generation after generation, communication became humanity's greatest advantage. But there was still one problem. Even if early humans had incredible ideas, they still needed a way to say them. Humans have unusually precise control over the tongue, lips, and vocal cords. That lets us produce thousands of different sound combinations. Most animals simply can't. Try saying the word banana. Your tongue, lips, jaw, and throat perform an incredibly complex sequence in less than a second, and you don't even notice because your brain has practiced it your entire life. Scientists also discovered something interesting. A tiny gene called FOXP2. It's often nicknamed the language gene, although that's an oversimplification. People with damaged versions of it often struggle with speech. It wasn't a magic switch that created language, but it probably helped make complex speech possible. And once language appeared, everything changed. Knowledge no longer died with the person who discovered it. Better hunting strategies could be taught. Dangerous places could be avoided. Mistakes didn't have to be repeated. Knowledge started stacking, generation after generation. That chain eventually built villages, cities, science, the internet, and even the phone you're watching this on. Language allowed ideas to outlive people. No other species has mastered that. Could another animal evolve something similar? Maybe. Dolphins are incredibly intelligent. Crows solve puzzles. Great apes can learn symbols. But human language isn't just about intelligence. It's intelligence, anatomy, cooperation, and millions of years of evolution lining up at exactly the right time. That's an incredibly rare combination. So let's go back to that talking dog. The reason it sounds impossible isn't because animals are dumb. It's because language may be one of evolution's rarest inventions. Every conversation you've ever had, every joke, every story, every "I love you" exists because one species learned how to turn thoughts into words. And maybe the real question isn't why animals never learned to talk. It's why only one species ever did.